Anyways, let's begin. So first of all, any queries, any problems regarding the previous class? That would be the first thing that we'll do. If you have any problems regarding the previous class, you can ask now. All right, fine. No problems. That means I hope you started doing file handling, and you can refer to the lecture, first lecture on my channel. And I've sent you the files also, all the relevant files I've sent you. So you can just correlate your work based on those files, and you can learn about file handling. So let's begin. As usual, as in the previous class, you will all will be interacting with me. If not by your own, I'll call you myself. So kindly respond. Don't worry about whether the answers would be correct or not. That is not the idea. Okay. The idea is for you to participate. Let's pick up the student application itself. Let's have a class 2. Uh, I think these three things would be okay. It would be this class would be a quick review, and we'll make a small application which would be working, like all the file handling operations, all the file handling, the file pointers operations, the read and write operations, okay, the update and the delete operations. We will just review and we'll learn, how we need to go about it. Okay. The first thing that you require here is if you are making some application, say related to students, to employees, to say postal management, hotel management, the first thing is, what sort of data you would be requiring. So for that, we can create a class. Okay. So I've created a stu class with the members roll number. Now this roll number could be int also, but you see int has a limited range. So an ideal choice of roll number, would be a char. Okay, that's what I'm suggesting when you make a real-time application. So just think about the data that you're going to handle. So obviously, if your roll number is 7 digits, it won't be accommodated in int. Okay, but for the sake of simplicity, I'll go with these data types only: roll number as int, name as char, and marks as float. I'll go with this. So it's always better to write here the size of this class. Okay. So size of this class is 26 bytes. Okay. Size of this class is 26 bytes. You can see roll number is 2 bytes because it is int. Name is 20 and marks is float, so 4 bytes. So total 26 bytes is the size of any object of this class when it is used in conjunction with file handling. Okay. And then one of the functions here would be for inputting the data. So we get here the get function. We have named it as get. Okay, these are the member functions. So you are now aware of the OOPS concepts. So these are the member functions which would help you to handle your data. So this is a get function in which you input the student details, and then there is a show function. Okay, the show function is displaying all the three things: roll number, name, and marks. All right. Then we have a main function. Okay. So I'll begin with this main function from here. You see, whenever you're designing an application, the interface that you give to others should be very good. You can say your opening menu, your opening screen. Okay. Since you would be dealing with a lot of projects later on in your studies as well as in your career, so I would suggest the first thing is that the interface that you show to others for usage is very, very important. Okay. So let's design an interface like this. I'll first start making it and then I'll ask you what needs to be done. Okay. Keep on noting whatever you think is relevant. Student database management. And then we can have a menu here. First option would be to You can write some meaningful messages here. Add student data. You can make a small application in 1 hour, a basic application. Okay. So add, then we can have, I'll first go with the basic operations. Display student data, then update student data, and then delete student data. For all our operations, we'll take the student roll number as the key. Okay. We'll take the student roll number as the key. In our case, obviously, it would be the key because that is only the unique thing about the student that we have. I'm making basically a menu for you. So it is like this. And then you can, you should take some time to design it actually. Don't bother that, it is taking time. And here you can pick up the choice from the user in some variable, say ch, where you can declare it. I'll build this application slowly, but first of all, I would like to ask something from all of you. How to like this menu, once I run the main function, this menu would appear in front of me. I want my program, my main function, to exit only when I pick up option 5. I think I have missed that. Yeah, there should be another option. That is option 5. That would be for exit. Let's pick up that choice. Five would be for exit. Okay. Now, can you suggest a mechanism in which if I run this, okay, बाकी सब निकाल देते हैं यहाँ से. Let's get rid of everything else. That's it. So this is our main function right now. I'm going to run it for you. Okay. So obviously it looks like this. This is a basic menu, where all the options are listed. Okay. So if if I enter anything here, it will go out. I know that one. That's it. Because we have not applied any logic here. All right. So many people have already raised hands. Let's go to them without asking my question. Okay. Yes, Maninder. Yes, Maninder, go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes,
Sir,
Maninder.
we can use do while.
What will do while use? Like, how do you decide whether we use a while, a do while, or a for?
Sir, in this do while we use the fifth exit statement in the while, and do in the do we use our menu.
Okay, that's good. That's great. That's a correct answer. Very good. So, like every loop has, some utilizations. Like for most of our programming that we have done so far, I'm talking about you guys. You've been using while and for, right? If I'm not mistaken, you rarely use do while in your programming, right? So, do while is for specific things where you want to run a thing once, like this menu would be displayed here in front of us once, and then like whether we want to continue with it or not will depend on the condition in the while. Okay, so let's do the do while. The indentation I can start from here so that it looks good. Okay, so I can have a do statement here. See how we write this do statement. This is our do statement. So we are saying do this. Okay, and then obviously we need to end it also. So we can say here while ch is not equal to 5. Okay, ch is not equal to 5, and then in do while the while has a this thing, right? Now if you see, if I just run this program now, okay, if I run it now, see, it's running infinitely. Okay. So can you tell me what is the problem with this? Why it has behaved in such a way? We can just close this. We can end this task. We can again start it. Now somebody should suggest me what happened with our program. I think it was A5. What was the program? We have lost. We didn't we save that program? All the effort gone, right? So we need to do it again. All right. So let's do it. That's the thing. If you don't save your program, just give me 2 minutes to do it again. Then we can just make the changes here. 5 we can put exit. Here we can have a delete. Here we can have an update. And here we can have a display. We can have a enter your choice. All right. The choices are from 1 to 5. These are the valid choices. And then we can input the choice here. We can declare a choice variable here, and we can have a do here. All right, we can have a do. We can maybe close the do here. We can have a while ch is not equal to 5 here. Okay. So I hope all of you are listening. All of you are there. Give me a few raised hands, please, so that I am clear that you were, yeah. Because I was in the full screen mode of C++, so I was not able to see you guys. Okay. So this is like, how we go about it, the do loop. Okay. Now within that do, you need to write further the choices, right? So you can have a switch here, switch ch, okay, with the various cases. So we can have case 1, okay, that is, so for every case you can put a clear screen, okay. Similarly, case 2, okay, and then case 3. I'll just put the layout first and then the logic one by one we can discuss for all the operations. And then a case 5 is again clear screen. And obviously we can say we can have a C out. Then we can have a clear screen with the program exiting. Then we can have a default case also. Valid choices are 1 to 5. So in default case, you can, again, the C part is coming, C out. Uh, Please enter a valid choice sort of thing we can write here. Okay. And then we can have a, so you know that you require a break in everything that you do, because otherwise all the cases would be running, which we don't want. So every case should have a break. This is how you prepare, your small projects. First, all the documentation needs to be done, and then you can concentrate on logic. The initial documentation is required, you see. So we have, let's see if all is good. Yeah. Now we have a menu in front of us. It will stay with us. Say I'll press 1, nothing happens. Okay, because I've not added any code to the option 1, add student data, option 2. So let's add 7. That is an incorrect choice. So please enter a valid choice. And then we see here that our clear screen is missing, right? So let's go here. Once this message is displayed, some pause here, okay, and then a clear screen afterwards, so that we see it on a clear screen. Like if I enter any invalid choice, it will say please enter a valid choice, and again it will go back there. This is how the control of the application should be there with you. Okay, so the easiest way to do it is with the do while. Okay, that's, we have just seen that, and we have fixed 5 as our exit option. So when I press 5, I will exit out of it. Okay, so here it's not saying this. We can have a get ch here. Okay, and then if I press 5, it will say bye, and then it will exit. So another last get ch is also there. Let's get rid of it right now. We'll see. Yeah. So now we have controlled it. Control are this. So we can control exit. Everything is fine now, right? So I'll switch to this mode now. Now I want you to discuss with me what is there in case 1. Case 1 is adding student data. So we already have the class with us. We have the member functions with us. So this get function is going to help us to enter the data into the file. So what all needs to be done in case 1? Let me ask you. See, I can design this in half an hour, but I want to go 1 hour with you to, explain it to you how you people can do it. So what needs to be done now? Please raise your hands. In case 1, what should I do? I'm not asking about any C++ syntax. I'm just asking what needs to be done in case 1, right? And I want maximum people, to interact with me. Don't be afraid if it goes wrong. And I'm seeing the same fixed number of students. I don't want that actually. Some new people, Inder, Angad, Manpreet, Tamanna, all have raised hands. Some other students, there are so many students, 59 students right now have joined. So obviously I'm expecting some other people to raise hands to answer this particular question. Somebody new here. Abhay Chok is there. Yes. Abhay, you can unmute yourself.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Abhay.
Sir, in the case one, we have to add the student data.
Right.
So we the function get in first we open the file in the case one, and then we call the get function to add the record.
Very good. Very good, Abhay. Perfect. So I'll now ask Dipesh to unmute. Dipesh Patel. Dipesh, you can unmute yourself. Dipesh, you can unmute yourself. Dipesh is not able to unmute. Dipesh, unmute yourself. All right. All right. Abhay, your answer is correct. What all needs to be done in case one is first to open the file in the relevant mode. Okay, so that mode would be the out mode and the 8 mode, because we need to add records so many times, not only once. So if we open the file in out mode only in case one, then whenever we open the file, the previous contents would be deleted, right? So let's now do the things. We can have an fstream object here, an fstream object, say f1. Okay, this will help us with file handling. We'll use another fstream object if we require. Okay, so let's open the file. It would be opened with f1.open, and then the name of the file, I'll take it as say stu5. Let's take stu5.dat as the file. Okay, and then the modes are iOS out, the pipe, iOS 8. Remember why? Because this will keep the pointer. When we open a file, it would be in the out mode, that is we can write data to it, and the pointer would be at the end. Okay, that would be an ideal mode. We cannot go only with iOS out. So this is the mode. Okay, and then there is an object of our class, the name is s1. With that we will get the data. Okay, so we will input the data, so we can have s1 dot get. Okay, this will input the data, and then we want to write this data into our file. Okay, so we will link with this as f1 dot write. Okay, this is the syntax. Char star is the casting, then the variable is s1, and we must tell what is the size of s1 which would be inserted into the file. Okay, and then you can add a message here, record added. Okay, you see, we could modify this thing also. We could add record only when the user wants. So we can have something like, do you want to add the record, are you sure, yes, no, something like this. So I hope that that sort of coding you people can do, that I understand, right? So I'm just doing this record added, then give a small get ch here. I'm giving get ch in all the cases. Otherwise, you can give a get ch at the end also. The choice is yours. Okay. So just to write it in a simpler way, I'm telling you that for every message that you want to give, you should after that give a pause so that the reader or the user can read it. And once you are out of here, okay, you can have a clear screen also. Okay, after every, or rather yeah, let's see how it behaves. Let's not put it here. So we have done one case. uh, Kindly suggest before I run this particular code that everything is fine with it. If you want me to make any changes, you can suggest. In case one is basically adding data. Okay, Angad wants to suggest something. Yes, Angad. बोलिए Angad.
सर हमने केस वन में फाइल को क्लोज नहीं किया सर.
Very good, very good. ठीक है, perfect, very good Angad. That's a great answer from you. So the purpose is over. Now we must close the file also. That's very important. Otherwise, that open file, if we try to open it again, it can give us problems. Okay, so before going out of this case, we must close the file, because its purpose of adding the record has been done. Okay, so next thing is we have not saved the file. Okay, this indicator here, this can you see this star here? This is telling you the file is not saved, and we just saw that we missed code when we didn't save, and it got stuck up. So first save it, then you give it a compile. All's good. Okay, remember the name of the file is stu5.dat. Now we are ready with this add option. Say 1, it will say enter the roll number. We will go with 101. Enter the name, say Ajay, and enter the marks, say 67. So it will say record added. Okay, and when you press a key, it will come back to the menu. So the screen is not getting cleared. We should clear the screen here. Okay, so I'll clear the screen right now. I'll do everything here. Okay, right now I'll do everything here. I'll clear the screen here. One thing is done. We have added the record. Okay, now let's display the record. That is our case 2. Okay, so again, for displaying, we need to open the file in the which mode? in the in mode, right? So I can just copy this code from here, paste it here. So I'm opening the file in the in mode now. In mode. I think that mode would be sufficient for me to work because I just want to read the data in the second option. Okay. And then I can use, I told you the easier way is, which I would recommend to you whenever you're making projects, applications in C++, is to simply put the read operation in the while, which will automatically detect the end of the file. Okay, so while f1 dot read, you can put this here, and within this you can write. I am putting braces which are not required because we're going to write a single statement. Let's see our display function. Its name is show. Okay, so I'll call here s1 dot show. Okay, so once out of while, I told you whenever you are reading, from your file, and once the read operation is over, you must reset a clear flag, which can give you problems at certain times, right? So use a f1 dot clear, okay, and then obviously you can give a message here, something like this: press any key to continue, something like this, okay, and then give the user can read it, and then you can clear the screen, right? And the break is already there, you can see. So that finishes our case 2. It's there in front of you. If you would like to suggest anything in this, yeah, one thing is required, as Angad suggested, that we must close the file because its purpose is over. Now, any suggestions for case 2 from any one of you? And that if you have just raised your hand just like that, just lower it. Okay, let's ask Inder. Yes, Inder, go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, हम roll number
Yes, Inder.
सर हम कोई स्पेसिफिक पर्सन का रोल नंबर कैसे उसको पॉइंट कैसे कर सकते हैं रोल नंबर
पॉइंट कैसे कर सकते, कर लेंगे, अभी करेंगे, एक केस और ऐड
यस
कर लेंगे. दिस ऑप्शन केस 2 is to display all the students report. So okay, good option
यस
from Inder. This option should be named as display all the student data, right? This is not a particular student.
यस सर
Fine. So let's save it and let's compile it. Let's run it. So let's pick 2. You can see it's there. You can adjust the screen and all, that, you can use manipulators to, you can set up your display. I was just displaying like that. It is displaying 101 Ajay 67, and then it says press any key to continue. When you press a key, you come back here. Let's add another record here. Okay.
यस सर
102 Deepak, and say 56. Okay. See now the multi-file, multi-option program, it runs so fast. Keep on adding, keep on displaying. That is the idea behind writing a small application, that you can test all the things simultaneously with your program. You can see the second record now. Okay, let's add another one. Let's display it. So it's running fine. These cases are running fine now. Okay,
यस सर
all right, thank you, Inder. Let's now go to some cases which are a bit more technical. You see, you can make a very good project out here. I'll tell you how to build it up. You can think of so many things in your project, and which would really help you in 2 things. One, in learning about file handling operations in C++, and one in learning about how to code, how to manage your code. Okay. Let's now focus on the third option. Okay. The third option is, that is our case 3. Now, what is that? Update a student record. Okay. So we have already added some records. We would like to update the record. So in our case, we would like to update the marks based on some roll number we'll first find. We did this in our previous class. So let's do it again. In this case, I can use a clear screen first. Okay. And then I can declare a roll number variable here R. That would be the student roll number whose marks I want to update. Okay. So what I can do is I can open the file. Okay. Let's pick up this mode. It's already written here. So which mode should be used here now in case 3? We should be using the out mode. We would also like to read, so we should be using the in mode. And obviously we need to update, so the pointer movement should also be there, so we need the 8 mode also. So now in case 3, I've opened the file in these 3 modes: in, out, and 8. Okay. And obviously, when you open a file in 8 mode, the pointer is at the end. So we must bring it to the beginning of the file. So we can do it by f1.seekg and 0 byte. We bring it to the beginning now. And then once again, you can pick up the read operation from here. See how easy it is to write your application. Just pick up this while loop from here. Only the initial documentation took you time. Okay, so you can paste it here. So you are reading from the F1 pointer file, and then you can match your roll number here. So if R is equal to S1.rn, I'm matching the roll number which I've inputted, okay, with all my roll numbers which are present in the file. I'm looking for a match here. So I should first write here, I should enter the roll number, right? Enter the roll number. Give meaningful messages. Whose marks needs to be updated. Okay, something like this. And then you can input the roll number. Okay, and you are matching the roll number with every roll number in the. So if the roll number matches, you can use a flag to indicate that, say k is equal to 1, and you should stop the search there. No need to display the records here while you are searching. Okay, and you can declare the variable k here in this case along with R, say k equal to 0. So obviously k, if it stays 0, that means the search is not successful. So you can indicate this thing here. So once you are out of while, you should again go with this clear option. You should not close the file here because it still needs to be written into f1.clear. Okay, and then what you can do here is that you can check for the value of k here. So if k equal to 1, only then you should do the update operation. Okay, so remember what needs to be done in update operation. The record which you just searched, if it matched, after reading that particular record, the pointer goes to the beginning of the next record. So if you do some update operation, the next record would be updated. So you must bring the record pointer back by one record, that is 26 bytes in this case. Okay, so how you can do that? You can just move it like seek p. Okay, pick its current position with tell p. Okay, f1.seekp means that you want to shift, you want to move the file pointer to a specific location. So what you're suggesting is pick up its current position, that is f1.tellp minus the size of the object. Okay, that is s1. So obviously it will come back one record. Okay, and then you can declare a float variable representing your new mark. So you can have a float m here. Okay, and then you can copy this message. You don't need to type much while you're coding, and you can paste it here. Okay, you can write here, enter the new marks. Okay, enter the new marks, and then you can input the value of m. So see the sequence of events. You first open the file for reading. You match the roll number that you have inputted with all the roll numbers in the file. If a match is found, then k would be set equal to 1 and the loop would end. And then we check whether if k is equal to 1, and we know that the record pointer has moved to the beginning of the next record, we bring it back with this statement, f1 dot seek p, this statement. Then we enter the new marks which needs to be updated. The current marks are in this variable s1 dot marks. Okay, so just update it with the value of m, and then you can write the record. Okay, let's pick up the write option. It would be there in the first option here. Okay, let's write it here once the record has been updated. Okay, s1 dot marks, f1 dot write. This is a write operation. Then you can give a message here, record updated successfully. This documentation is very, very important. It may take time, no problem, but uh, it needs to be done. Okay, uh, and then I can just close this block here. I can use an else here. Okay, for else also you make a block, even though there would be only one statement in that. Copy this message from here, paste it here. Okay, record not found. You can give more meaningful message. Okay, yeah, you can write something like roll number, a more meaningful message. Roll number, give a space here, put here R. Okay, and again a space here, not found. This is a more meaningful message. Okay, roll number, and then the roll number also you are typing roll number not found. Okay, this is your else part if k is not equal to 1, and then all the basic operations. You give a pause here. Okay, you close the file, and obviously break would be there, and clear screen is also there. Okay, so let's first save it and see if everything is fine, if there are no errors. Yeah, nothing, no errors are there. Okay, so if there are any questions for case 3, we did it in our previous class also. I'll go full screen so that you can see the screen properly. Okay, Manpreet wants to ask us something, or maybe suggest us something. Yes, Manpreet? Manpreet, go ahead. You're not audible. Manpreet, we are waiting for you. You're not audible. Unmute yourself. So Manpreet is not audible. Kindly see, look at this code so that before I run it, we are sure that we have written everything correctly. Have a good look at case 3. Let's have a look at case 3. We declare this RNM intent, open the file in this, move the pointer to 0 byte, then we read through the file, we match the roll number. So I think everything is good here. Okay, let's see now. Let's run it. So let's pick up the second option. We have got 3 records, right? Let's update the record of Deepak, that is 102 with, is having 56 marks. So let's change it to 75. Okay, 102. Let's change it. Okay, so 102. So when it has come here, enter the new marks. That means it has found the record and updation can be done. So I'll make it 75 here, and it says record updated successfully. Now let's display. You can see the marks of Deepak have been updated to 75. Let's pick up another record which is not there, 768. So it says roll number 768 not found. Okay. All right. So any questions here? I'll be waiting. Manpreet, again, you have raised your hand. Is it just like that? Yeah, unmute yourself, Manpreet. All right. Any other question from any other person regarding this case 3, which is Tamanna Sharma wants to ask something. Yes, Tamanna, go ahead.
Sir, Manpreet has messaged in the OOPS group that his question is
In
Should
the
we make a separate function for searching?
yeah. I'll be coming to that. Right now we are writing a small application in which we are just testing things. We need to make functions for everything. Okay, we'll be making functions for everything. That is how the projects go. Right now we are writing everything in the switch. Otherwise what we'll do is we'll just pick up the all the code in case one and move it to some function, say add, and we'll call the add function in case one. That is basic programming that all of you know, because you've learned fcpit in the first sem and you are already learning oops in third sem. So that function way of writing, that is a modular approach, that should be there, right?
Okay, sir.
All right. All right. Let's now go for the fourth case. Once I end this class, I'll make it all into functions. Don't worry. Okay. But then we need to take care of certain things there. When I make it into functions, it will move out of main. Okay. I hope all of you are listening to me. All these things will move out of main. We need to move then the basic things here, the f stream object and all the declarations, all variables which are required in every function. We write them out of main. That is, we make them global. That change we would like to make whenever we are making functions. The idea of today's class is to make you aware of the basic file handling operations, how to use them, the file pointer operations, and then later on obviously you can convert it into a good function oriented program that I'm sure you can do. You've learned oops very well. Let's now go to case 4. Okay, case 4 is deleting a record, right? So let's see that uh, here now, deleting a record. So you see how we delete a record. Uh, One way is, of accessing moving records, like you've learned in data structures. When you want to delete something, you move all the things up and that record goes. You know the deletion operation in data structures. But that is a very expensive operation, especially when the number of records is very large. Okay. So what we do here in file handling is an easier way. Listen carefully. Suppose there is one file stu.dat. I'm just writing the thing here for you. This is my original file stu.dat. I'll take a temporary file temp.dat. Okay, I'll use two files here. I'll open the stu5 file in the read mode where I'll be reading data from it, and I'll open the temp.dat in the out mode where I'll be transferring data to it. Okay, and in stu5, suppose there are 10 records and I want to remove roll number 102. Okay, so I'll match the roll number of all the students with the roll number of the student which needs to be deleted. If the records match, okay, if the record match, I won't do anything, and all the records which don't match, I'll move it to temp. I repeat, suppose there are 10 records in stu5.dat. So I want to delete one particular record. Leaving that record, I will copy or move all the records to the temp file. Okay. So can somebody answer now how many records are there in temp? Suppose there are 10 records in stu5 and one record from that needs to be deleted. Leaving that record, I copy all the records to temp.dat file. So how many records would be there in temp.dat file? Okay, we have an answer. New people, very good. So we have an answer from Nimisha, right? Go ahead, Nimisha.
Yes, sir.
What is the answer?
There will be 9 records.
Very good. Perfect answer. So there will be 9 records. Okay. And Nimisha, can you suggest once we have done this, we have two files with us, stu5.dat and temp.dat. Which file we would like to retain?
Uh,
This
stu
file,
5.
stu5 was our original file. It is still having the 10 records. Our idea in case 4 was to remove one record. So out of 10, if one is removed, we would be left with how many records? 9. So
Yes.
ideally, which is our file which we would like to retain and which file we would like to remove?
Uh, we will remove stu5.dat file.
And we will retain temp.dat. But in
Yes.
our application, in all our cases, the file name that we are using is stu5.dat. So we will rename this file temp again to stu5.dat. All right. Thank you, Nimisha. Very good answer. Thank you. So let's do that. Let's do it slowly. Let's first open up the files in the relevant modes. So I'll just copy the open command from here. Okay. I'll copy the open command. Let's be very clear with our working here. Okay. We need another open. We need to open two files, right? Simultaneously. So let's have a copy here. Let's name it as F2. Let's name it as temp.dat. The stu5 is there. From stu5 we need to read. So I'll let it be like this in, and in this we need to write. So I'll go with out, let's say. Okay, you will suggest if there is something, some problem is there. And obviously at here we need an fstream object. Okay, we need an fstream object here, F2, right? Let's come back here. In our case 4, what we have done, we opened the file, one for reading, one for writing. Okay, and in the pointer would be at 0, I suppose, right? Okay, and then I use here while. Okay, and then obviously I need to enter a roll number which I need to delete. Okay, so I can pick it up from here. See how easy it is to make a small application. Before this, I need to enter the roll number. So I can give the message as enter the roll number which needs to be deleted, right? Which needs to be deleted. We'll go exactly the same way. We'll take some different flag here. I can take a roll number R, or I can take R outside the do while so that the scope is the same, you know. But I'm doing it for simplicity. I'm taking a variable everywhere. So is this allowed? If I take a R here, is this allowed? Kindly answer. You've learned C, C++. If I take the same name R here, will it give some error? Okay, Angad wants to answer. Inder wants to answer. Keep on answering, you see. Okay. Yes, Angad.
Yes, sir. It will be allowed to declare any variable at any position in C++.
Declaration is one thing, multiple declaration is another thing. Okay, okay, let's see. I'll ask Inder.
Sir, in this case, we have to we will declare another same variable with
Okay,
with
okay,
same
okay,
name,
okay, okay, okay.
like int r. Sir, because
Wait,
we will
wait.
initialize.
All right, all right. I've got your answer. Now just see. There is something known as a scope of a variable. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
I let it like this. Int r. Okay. Like
Sir,
this.
इसका scope local हो जाए.
Let's see whether it gives an error. Just check now. See. Got it? Multiple we are in the main function. Within a function, the scope of variable, you know, R is still declared in case 3. So it cannot be declared with the same name in here. So we need some different name. Okay, let's pick up a name R1. Okay, remember this. Have you got it, Angad? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
That is important, you know, otherwise it will say multiple declaration. Okay, fine. So we have declared this with R1, the R1 here. This is a roll number which needs to be deleted. So let's pick up the while also from here. The same thing, I'll pick up the entire code from here. See how easy it is. Yeah, we don't need this one. This much would be good. I can copy it here. Let's see now. While f1.read, we are reading, okay, and okay, I'll ask you now what needs to be done. Answer what I should write here, okay? Now, all of you are programmers, so see the code is there in front of you. I just told you what needs to be done while we need to delete a record. Raise your hands to answer what I should write here, what code I should write here in this while statement. Kindly suggest. Yeah, I'm waiting for your answers. हमने करना क्या है? We need to transfer all records. Okay, Angad again wants to try. That's very good, Angad. You are interacting very nicely. Go ahead.
सर जो रिकॉर्ड मैच नहीं होते होंगे वो सर हम टेम्प डॉट में डाल देंगे और जो मैच हो जाएगा
हाँ, तो
उसको
वही रहेंगे, उसको कुछ नहीं करेंगे, है ना। तो बताओ उसके लिए कोड क्या लिखें, व्हाट शुड बी राइट हियर?
r is not equal to s dot rn.
Very good. Perfect answer. So if r is not equal to this, then what we should do? We should write, right?
Right. Yes.
Perfect answer. Thank you, Angad.
Okay, sir.
So simple. If your roll number that you have inputted, if it does not match with the roll number in the file, then that particular record should be moved to the temp file. That's it. Okay. So move it here, the record with S1, comma, size of S1. And I think the temp file is being pointed to by F2. So we write here F2. Not using a brace here because there's only one statement here. Right, this is the while, and then you clear the flag. So once you are out of here, only two things needs to be done, right? But before that, you see, important thing is Tamanna has raised hand. Tamanna, just a second, just let me finish. Maybe your question is answered therein. Okay. Before you see, when we are deleting record, how would we know whether the roll number has been found or not, the record that we want to delete? So for that, again, we can take some flag here, flag variable here, say k1, okay, and set it equal to 0 here, okay, set it equal to 0. And if uh, no, I don't think this will work. Let's take some count variable here. Okay, take a count variable here, and every time a record is shifted to your file, let's do it like this. This would be, I'll ask this question from you, okay? You are good programmers. What I'm doing here is I've taken a variable c is equal to 0. Every time a record is written into temp file, I increment c by 1. So c will contain how many records have been shifted, okay? And then one more thing that now we need to remove the file stu5.dat, and we want to rename the file temp to stu5.dat. So before we can actually do these operations, we must close both the files. That is the necessary condition. Otherwise, your code will give you erroneous results. Remember, whenever you are trying to remove or rename files in your coding here in C++, you must first close the files which will be used in there. Okay, then you can use a remove function. Okay, how you can take the help of the functions in remove function? You just highlight it and then give a click. Okay, let's see if it works. The help in C++, I think, yeah, it's not coming. Yeah, the right click you can do. So remove is the header file required is stdio.h, and it removes the file. It requires the file name as the argument. Okay, so you remove, you can give here stu5.dat. You're removing this file. Okay, fine. You're removing the file stu5.dat. And then there is a rename function which would help you to rename your older file, that is temp file. So right here temp.dat, and then give it the new name as stu5.dat. Okay, so now you've done all the operations which are required. Now this message here, the question that I want to ask you, can I give this message here? Record deleted successfully. Can I give this message here? Please answer. Let me see if somebody wants to answer this. How can I ensure whether the record has been found or not? Yes, please answer this question. All right. We have a raise of hand. Nimisha wants to answer. Yes, Nimisha, go ahead.
So if c is equal to 0, then record not found.
If
Else,
c is equal to 0, so c is, oh, very good, very good. Okay, suppose I want to do it some other way, Nimisha. This is good answer from you. I think this will work. If C is equal to 0, that means no record has been shifted to the temp file. So that means the record has not been found. Okay. And if C, yeah, C is equal to 0, we'll use. Otherwise, can I match that? Like if C is equal to 0 would work. Okay. First, let's work with it. Then I'll ask you another question, Nimisha. Okay.
Okay,
Please
sir.
wait. So what we can do here is, like as Nimisha suggested, we can write here if C equal to 0. Okay. Kabir also wants to say something. Yes, Kabir. Unmute yourself.
Sir, we haven't closed the while loop.
We haven't? Okay, we will. Obviously, when we run the code, that's a good observation, Kabir. Thank you. Okay, so let's first close the while loop here. Okay. And then we write if C equal to 0, record deleted successfully. We can write here the same message, roll number R1 not found. Okay. And else we say record deleted successfully. I think all is good. First, let's save it. Luckily, no errors. Okay, fine. See, already like we in a discussion of say 45-50 minutes, I think 1 hour maybe, then we have written a 134 line code. Just see that. That is how projects develop slowly. You know, you can pick up so many things. Like Inder suggested कि sir students के record सभी हो रहे हैं तो किसी एक का record करना हो तो that is displaying a specific student record. We will cover that also. Okay. So first see if everything is fine. Nimisha has suggested this if C is equal to 0. Okay. So if C stays as 0 here, then we don't enter into this. Fine. Let's run it now. So let's have a display. Let's delete Deepak's record. Okay. 102. I'm going to delete Deepak record. Record deleted successfully. Let's display. See, Deepak is still there. Okay. So what is the problem now? Now let's see. We have encountered a problem for the first time. The record for Deepak is still there. Okay. Let's see now where we made the error. I'll make it full screen once again. I think we are using the rename properly. Let's check that. Yeah, rename is the old file and then the new file. That's fine. Rename is fine. It's coming here also. f2.write. Yeah, you see the problem here. The problem is here. Okay. We have opened the temp file in the out mode only. Okay. Yeah, but it should be writing all the records. Let's see what the problem is. Just a second. Let's go to a DOS shell. We are still having 3 records in 2.5. Okay. So let's have an answer from some of you. Somebody wants to answer then. Why this error is coming? Please suggest some answer for this. Everything is fine. We are facing some logical problem. You see, there's some logical problem. Yeah, all of you are able to see the code. So kindly suggest what's wrong in case 4. Gurkirat Singh wants to answer. Yes, Gurkirat. Go ahead.
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
Good morning, Gurkirat. Yes, go ahead.
सर हमने इसमें सर लूप लगानी चाहिए थी ना।
कौन सी लूप?
केस 4 में, क्योंकि सर जैसे वो फाइल एनकाउंटर होगी उस फाइल को छोड़ के बाकी सारी फाइल्स ट्रांसफर करेगा ना।
तो लूप लगाया तो है हमने, फाइल while f1 डॉट रीड ये लगा तो हुआ है।
सर मेरे कहने का मतलब जैसे सर एनकाउंटर हो गया
हम्म
सर उसके बाद फाइल ट्रांसफर करेगा।
हाँ ये कर रहा है ना, if r not equal to s1 dot rn।
वो सर हमारी 5 फाइल्स हैं
Oh,
और
okay. No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I've got the error. I'm sorry. The variable names gives us trouble sometimes. You see, we named the variable as R1. Okay, and we are matching with R. That is the problem. Okay. See now, there is no the roll number which needs to be deleted is R1. Okay. So, so Nimisha, our logic didn't work. You see, it it didn't work. If c is equal to 0, we'll see that, okay? So R1, let's be clear about the variables c. Here we have done. Let's see now. Let's see. I think that was the only problem. Okay. So let's display. We are still having these records. So let's delete Deepak. That is 102. Record deleted, and then we can display. Yeah, that was the problem. The variable we have named in comparison. We have taken the variable. अब निमिषा आपके देखते हैं जो आपने बताया था whether it runs or not. Okay, so display, let's delete 103, that is Seema. Let's delete a roll number which not there, sorry. So say 108. See, it's not working, Nimisha. It says record deleted successfully. Okay, so let's check. Nothing happens here, of course, but we are not getting that message. So can somebody suggest me how to handle this thing? Okay, Manpreet Singh wants to answer. Okay, मनप्रीत से पूछ लेते हैं। हाँ जी मनप्रीत बोलिए। मनप्रीत की आवाज की प्रॉब्लम है। ओके, या वी कैन गेट यू। यस मनप्रीत, अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ। Abhay Chug needs to answer something. Yes, Abhay, go ahead.
Sir, we can use a flag here in the if statement if k is equals to 1.
No, something else. You see, what we are doing here is, can I have Nimisha back with discussion? Abhay, I'll come back to you, right?
Okay, sir.
Because Nimisha answered this now, so I just want to add her again. Yes, Nimisha, unmute yourself, please.
Yes, sir.
निमिषा, you suggested this thing ना, आपने ये suggest किया कि C, just see the C का concept क्या है. See now very very carefully. जब कोई रिकॉर्ड नहीं मिलता है तो C की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाती है?
इंक्रीमेंट होती है।
तो अगर कोई भी रिकॉर्ड, जब रिकॉर्ड नहीं मिलता है तो सारे के सारे रिकॉर्ड इसमें चले जाएंगे, तो C की वैल्यू कितनी हो जाएगी? The C value is giving us problem here. I do have another way, but I want to go your way. So what we can do here is we can just print what C is here. Okay. So we'll print the value of C here. Nimisha, stay with me, right? F2.
Okay, sir.
Let's imagine a scenario now where the record does not match. Then all the records go to the temp file, right? Okay. So there are two records. I'll give a non-matching record. So the value of C should be 2. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. And then it says, so some code we have written wrong, I suppose. Some messages we have written wrong. Our logic is all right. If C is equal to 0, obviously C is not equal to 0. Okay. So I think we should write something like if C is not equal to 0 and display two records are there. Let's try to delete 78 to, yeah, that was the problem. Your logic was right, Nimisha. Only the if statement we had written incorrectly. Okay. Now it's fine. Yeah, good answer. Okay. I can suggest another way to you guys. First, let me remove this check that we just put. Okay. I can suggest another way to you, all of you. Okay. What's that is another way, which in which you can use the file pointer. You see, when you use C here, so if all the records are transferred to C, if all the records are transferred to temp, then if stu5 is having 10 records, temp will also have 10 records. So you count the number of records in stu5. Okay, I'm counting the number of records. For that, only thing that you need to do here is just add one mode, iOS 8, so that the file pointer goes to the end. Okay, then you can just take some rec variable here, and you can write here f1 dot tell p. That is your pointer position divided by size of s1. This is about how you can count the number of records in a file. If you don't know how many records are there, you can go with this. So let's count the number of records in our original file. Okay, let's run this. So we need to declare this rec variable also. I'll tell you how to use it further. Oh, some problem here. Need a pipe here. Yeah. So if I run, that is our fourth case. So it will tell you, it will give you 2. This is the number of records there. Okay. And then I'll give some logic 67 here. Again, yeah, it is not working actually. See here, all of you, we need to debug this properly. When it is giving us some difference. See now the number of records is 0. Something wrong with our file. Yeah. See, if there is some problem, then something goes wrong in our this thing. So what I can do here is I can again, if I see the stu5 file here, okay, you will see that it has maybe got 0 bytes now. It got deleted. Yeah. Okay. So what we can do here is I can del this file from here. When you're writing initially you're writing C++ projects, a lot of time you need to delete your files till the time you get to a correct position. Okay, so let's again add records to it. I just want to see the thing that our delete option works properly. Okay, one record is there. Let's add another record 102 Seema 6. Then let's add another record 103 Deepak. So we can display the records are there. All of you now, yeah, 3 records are there. Enter the roll number which needs to be deleted. Let's delete, say 99. Now it says record deleted successfully. This is giving me problem, okay? And if I display the records, everything goes wrong, okay? So that option is not working properly here. Let's see now what's the problem here. Yeah, of course. See, what we did was a silly mistake here. I was just trying to find the number of records. Listen carefully. So I made this mode as in and 8. So the pointer was at the end, okay? And this reading never occurred. So that was the problem, okay? So if I'm going to find the number of records here, before I do something here, I should again write here f1 dot seek g0. That was a mistake I was doing, okay? Let's do it again. While we are debugging, we need to see a lot of things. (102). Once you see this video later on, you will be able to see, how we go about our project, picking up each and every small thing. It will take a lot of time, okay? But the end result would be very good, right? Let's pick up another record, 103, Sanjay. Right, let's see the records now. 3 records are there. Let's not delete anything. Just see the number of records. That's 3. And let's not delete anything. So it would say roll number 56 not found. Now everything is okay. Okay. Now see what I was suggesting, like Nimisha suggested C concept, that's fine, C is equal to 0. Now you see your total number of records in your original file is rec, variable rec. And the number of records which go into your temporary file is C, right? Am I right? Then if rec and C are same, okay, if rec and C are same, that means no record was found. Every record was moved to temp. Okay. So instead of this one is fine as Nimisha suggested. You can also go with if rec equal to C. Even then this logic is right, roll number not found or this. Okay, let's run it. So let's display, let's delete roll number which not there. Okay, so say 3 records are there, 78. So roll number 78 not found. Okay, this works like this also. Okay, I just moved that. So you can use this, calculating the number of records from a file. Open the file in while you're reading from it in an 8. The pointer is at the end. So f1.telp would tell you the number of bytes there divided by size of. So you'll get the number of records. I'll just move this. See out on this. Now our this thing is working fine. Every option is running fine. Okay. All right. Now for your questions, please. Any questions that you have? Anything that you can see the code here? You have contributed to this code, and we have been able to make a good small application. Yes, Angad, please ask.
Sir, can we sort the file data?
We can, but it's a tedious job. Sorting is a very expensive job. Yes, we can do. That would be occurring in case 1, remember. While you are adding, that's a very good question that you've asked. That is a pure logic, thing. You can do it. So this is while you are adding records, they go in the sorted order. You can do it. Yes.
Okay.
You should try it. Okay, that can be done.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Inder asked about displaying a specific record. Let's do that, but let's first hear from someone who would tell us how to do it. I want to display a specific record. Angad, lower your hand, please. I want to display a specific record. Can I do it? How can I do it? Obviously by searching through the records, and if a match is found, then display the record. So I think we can just go very easily here. What we can do is our case 2, case 3 can be copied again into case, one more case. Case 3 is our update now. So just copy this case from here. That would be our individual record. Yeah, this is our case 3. I'll copy it. Okay. नेम फिर दे देते हैं बाद में, नेम चेंज कर देंगे, ठीक है। यहाँ कॉपी कर दें इसको, केस 7 ले लेते हैं। ओके, केस का कोई जरूरी तो नहीं कि सीरियल में होना चाहिए। इट कुड बी एनीथिंग एंड इट कुड बी एनीवेयर, एनी ऑर्डर वी कैन राइट केसेस, यू नो दैट इन स्विच, राइट। So let's put it as case 7 and let's paste it here. Okay, so case 7 is, I'll just for the simplicity I've just used it. So order नहीं देखना हमने, I'm putting a case 7 here. Display a particular student. Okay, display a particular student data. That is my case 7. So I've saved it. Let's go full screen. That is case 7. Fine. Let's focus on case 7. Look here, all of you. I want to find, so the mode is fine, 2 5, the pointer is fine. So maybe I can take a roll number here as R2, a flag here as K2. Enter the roll number which needs to be displayed. Which needs to be displayed. This thing. Enter the value here R2. Then you read from the file, you set it as K2. If K2 equal to 1, that's it. Listen now, we are looking for this record which we need to display R2. So here we write R2. If it is found, we come out of the loop. Okay, if it is found, K2 would be 1. And then again the same thing, the record has moved to the next this thing. So you need to move it back by 1. Okay, and then you can call the relevant function to display. What is the function is s1 dot show. Okay, let's hope it works. Else you say roll number R2 not found, and then you close the files. Okay, Let's see if everything is fine. One error is there. Multiple. Yeah, we don't require NM here, so we do require it here. We don't require up there. In our case 7 is just displaying, so we don't require this. This was the error. Okay. So this and this. Okay. So let's run 2. It displays this. So let's display Deepak. That is option 7, roll number 102. Right? Fine. So Ender, we have answered your question. I hope you are satisfied with that. So I think this is all I needed to discuss with you in file handling. There is no end to your coding. You can do anything with it. You can add so many things in your project, but this is a working project. Now you can, as Angad suggested, you can sort data. Okay, data को sort भी आप कर सकते हैं, कोई problem नहीं है उसमें. But then you need, a lot of logic in that, which you can build it over a period of time. Okay. So I'm waiting for your questions now. Yeah, waiting for your questions, please. Yes, Tamanna.
Sir, Manpreet is asking, while deleting a file has many records. So for deleting, we have to do a great search and then copy all the rest records in a new file. Isn't it a time consuming process?
The other one also, if you, in C++ file handling, if you do some other task, then it would be more expensive than this. It is time consuming, but this is the easiest way that you can do.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Any other question? Anyone else? This is such a big class, but no questions. I hope you've understood this file handling concept. And maybe we meet next week also with some more C++ topics. I'm not sure whether we will be meeting, but I think that we might meet, a few more topics are there, templates and exception handling and all. So let's see if we can, discuss all those topics next week. If you have any questions, you can post it in this CSE third group of yours. I'll be answering them. You can watch this video and other videos on my YouTube channel. Okay. So if there are no questions, can I close this class? You can raise your hands by suggesting that I should close this class now. Okay, fine. Fine. Hope it was a good learning experience for you. It was a pleasure discussing the file handling concepts with you. I'll close this meeting now. Thank you very much.